I walked out of this film speechless and praising it. What is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. This is OCD Movie Reviews. My name is OnToBrainCat, and today I'm going to review the highly praised horror thriller film, and that film is Longlegs. This movie is directed by Perkins, and this movie stars Maika Monroe and Nicolas Cage. In pursuit of a serial killer, an FBI agent uncovers a series of occult clues that she must solve to end his terrifying killing spree. And that is all I'm going to say about Longlegs, because I'm going to keep this review as vague as possible, because I actually went into this movie very blind. All I heard is very overpraised reviews for this film. A lot of people say this is one of the best films of the year, this is one of the best horror films of the year, this film is very disturbing and all that stuff. So I've only seen like the first teaser trailer like a little bit while ago, and I forgot this movie even existed until I heard the reviews for this movie. So I decided to go to a screening of this movie and watch this movie very blind, not knowing what to expect. And I gotta say, guys, I was not prepared for this movie, because I walked out of this film speechless and praising it, because this is definitely a bright example of a movie that is not for everybody. And I say that a lot of times for these types of horror films, but it's true. This movie is definitely not for everybody. If you're one of those people that hate very intense and disturbing elements, you're not gonna like this movie. This movie will keep you on the edge of your seat the entire time. And I gotta say, guys, in my opinion, I loved this movie. I was not expecting to really enjoy this movie. This movie is disturbing. It is a very thrilling film. It's actually pretty gory at a couple of moments. But I wanted to watch this film again because I was invested in Longlegs. And I gotta say, Perkins, who is actually in fact the son of the actor who plays Norman Bates in the original Psycho. That's a fact right there. But he directed this movie extremely well. From the aspect ratios, from the cinematography, and the way the film is directed, he definitely is one of those people that keeps you on the edge of your seat. And that's exactly what he wants from this film, and he absolutely delivers. Like, there's so many shots in this film that I was actually really terrified, and I was really surprised of how big of an impact some of the shots are in this film. There is a shot in this film where Maika Monroe is like writing something, and you see like a doorway in the background. And I was looking at the doorway. I was like, shit, someone better not pop up. It creates so much tension, and Perkins is really good at directing tension within this film. So many great shots in the film, but what about the acting though? Maika Monroe is fantastic in this film. I like this actress ever since It Follows. I thought she is fantastic in that film. This film, she plays a completely weird character in this film. She's one of those unsocial characters that's actually a really weird character. You like look at her and you're like, something is definitely wrong with her character. But she plays an FBI agent that's investing in the serial killer, and I just thought her past and her backstory in the film is really well done, and you feel intense with Maika Monroe's character, and I thought she does a really excellent performance here. Now, some people might know, but I'm going to keep this review vague as possible in case people have not seen the trailers for this movie or want to watch this movie blind. But all I gotta say, Nicolas Cage in this film, I'm not going to show a single picture of him, but Nicolas Cage in this film, all I gotta say is that he brings out one of the best performances that I have seen him in his entire year. He plays Nicolas Cage in a creepy way. And there's so many great scenes with his character. That's all I'm going to say. Nicolas Cage, best performance in the entire film. Is this film intense? Absolutely. This film got me on the edge of my seat just from the very opening scene. This film is one of those horror thriller films. It's more of a psychological thriller, but it definitely has horror elements. It's one of those films that definitely gets you on the edge of your seat. I was actually in the front row watching this movie with recliners, and at times, I had to scringle my eyes because I was terrified of this film in a very good way. If a horror film scares you, it did its job right. And yes, it is a psychological thriller as well that gets my attention from the beginning to end. The whole investigation of this film, I was invested in. Every single moment of this film, I was mind blown of the way this film was written and directed. And the twist that this film brought us, especially towards the end, is one of the most what the fuck moments in a really good way. I like those what the fuck moments where it's like, you want to like look at ending explain videos to talk about what is happening. Because I was completely invested throughout the third act, and I was invested in the entire film in general. This is absolutely one of my favorite horror films of the year, guys. This film could surprisingly end up on my best list of this year, because I love this movie. I loved how investing this movie is. I love the way this film is directed. Perkins, man, absolutely knocked it out of the park. This film has very intense moments, very thrilling moments. It's disturbing, it's gory as hell. The performances by Monroe is great. Nicolas Cage, one of his best performances of his entire career. This film is definitely one of those disturbing films that will put you on the edge of your seat, and Longlegs is a very investing film from start to finish. And definitely it's a film that I would watch again in a very creepy way. I would say for Longlegs, absolutely go see this film on the big screen. If you're okay with disturbing moments and gory moments. But I gotta say, guys, Longlegs really blew me away. I was not expecting to love this film as much. Absolutely my favorite horror film of the year. So guys, that's my review for Longlegs. Let me know what you think of this film in the comments below. Do you like the movie, hate the movie, or you thought it's okay? Just let me know in the comments below. So guys, make sure you guys follow me on social media links down below. Keep contact with me, and make sure you guys subscribe to my channel for my latest movie reviews and other movie related content. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have a nice day.